Afternoon and welcome to Stokes County. Located in the north central part of the state, Stokes County boasts some of the most beautiful and diversified farmland in our region. Also, nestled amongst the Saratown Mountains, Stokes County is home to the Dan River and Hanging Rock State Park. Youth programs have been our focus for much of 2021. Throughout the pandemic, we have felt very well connected to our adult audience and adult population, but lacked a level of connection with our youth audiences. And we felt that it was vital to reconnect the youth of Stokes County with the programs that our office here in Stokes County had to offer. With our 4-H and youth development agent, Taylor Furr, as our leader, we worked really hard to bring back Summer Fun 2021 with a bang. We pulled out all the stops. Together as an office, including our administrative assistant, Amy McKenzie, we were able to pull time, talent, and resources to make sure that Summer Fun 2021 was very memorable for the youth of Stokes County. After Summer Fun wrapped, we shifted our focus to revamping the livestock youth shows at the return of the Stokes County Agricultural Fair. So why don't you sit back and enjoy some highlights from this past year.
A highlight from the 2021 4-H Summer Fun program for me would be the increase in participation. We saw a 60% increase since the 2019 summer program. I met youth from all over the county, and actually many of these youth came to majority of our camps. So I saw majority of the same youth from the beginning of June to the middle of August, and these youth learned many different things, but just to name a few, they learned about gardening, cooking, livestock, and forestry. My favorite summer fun program would be the lamb and goat camp, because youth got to work one-on-one with a lamb or a goat. They learned how to care for sheep and goats, how to feed sheep and goats, what it means to show a sheep or a goat. We got to see youth interact with these animals like they've never before, because many of these, this was their first time around a livestock animal. This leads me into my next highlight of the Stokes County Fair. We had a youth participate in our lamb and goat camp this past summer who was very interested in goats, learning more about goats, how to care for goats, and even how to show a goat. This youth went home from that summer fun program, told her family all about what she had learned, and that she was interested in participating in showing livestock. So this participant went home, was sharing everything she learned about caring for goats, and asked to get a few goats that she could raise and learn more about showing her animals. I spoke with this family on numerous occasions about helping them show her goat and what it means to participate in a livestock show. This participant came to the Stokes County Fair and participated in our goat show, which was part of the livestock shows during the fair, and this was her first livestock show she's ever participated in. So the moment became full circle. She learned how to care for goats and what it meant to show a goat, and then came to the Stokes County Fair and showcased her project and what she learned from this camp.
When Taylor approached me about bringing livestock activities to Summer Fun, I didn't hesitate. By working with her, we were able to revitalize Lamb Camp, which has been very popular in Stokes County in the past, start a 4-H Dairy Day, and also bring livestock farm tours to the Farm to Fork camp we had this summer. My favorite part of getting these youth involved in the livestock industry was seeing how much they really care about how farmers take care of their animals. I don't know many kids that aren't excited to see an animal, but these kids really took a step back to take the time to learn about the animals and how they provide for us. And once we got the kids out to the livestock farms, some of them turned into completely different kids. Some who had maybe struggled in a classroom setting were very intrigued and attentive at these farms, and that really meant a lot to me. So at the end of summer, when the kids left and they weren't in our building with us every day, that was pretty sad. But fortunately, we had the chance to work with them again in September at the Stokes County Fair. I just love to see those kids out there taking responsibility for their animals and really developing themselves as leaders through showmanship activities and taking care of their livestock. I really enjoy working with the youth in this county and developing them into future agricultural leaders and hopefully getting them to pursue a career in the livestock industry.
Growing up, I was definitely one of those kids who did not love their vegetables. If it was green, I didn't really want anything to do with it. I was more of the cheese and carb combination kind of girl. Growing up though, when I was in high school, I got my first garden and I kind of taught myself how to enjoy vegetables more, how to cook with them, how to have them in unique ways. So that's one of the things that I really love to do with my current position is work with kids and show them that vegetables don't have to be the bad guy. So it was really exciting this past summer when one of the first big events that I got to work with in the office was our 4-H nutrition camp. So it was 3 days of cooking, eating, of course, the fun part. We talked about knife skills, which was awesome to see the major improvement from the start to the finish. And they cut up all their own fruits and vegetables. It was awesome to see. And one of the biggest successes, definitely for me, was hearing multiple kids say that they tried and liked mushrooms. I just thought that was a total win. Another one of the camps that was really fun this summer was our Farm to Fork camp, where we talked about actually going from the garden to your plate and how our vegetables grow. We talked about the different parts of plants and how that actually related directly to the foods that we're eating, such as celery stalk and how broccoli is actually a flower. One of the 4-H'ers told me at the very end that one thing she learned from the camp was that calories don't always have to be a bad thing. And that really brought me back to the point that we are educators and we have a major influence on our youth, and we can really empower them in many ways that they might not be getting from other sources such as the media and other places like that. So the fact that I can be impactful enough to have that mindset change is really amazing to me.
As a Stokes County 4-H alumni, I know firsthand the importance that North Carolina Cooperative Extension has on our youth across the state. But here in Stokes County, some of our youth weren't able to participate the last few years in some of our programs. But this year, we were able to bring back the Summer Fun camps. Now, one of the camps I got to participate in was the Junior Master Gardener camp. So youth were able to come in and enjoy a 3-day camp where they got to learn all about soils, the different parts of plants, insects, bees, and even got to taste honey. They got to go down to our garden with net to catch a few insects to help try to ID them. Now, one of the other programs I was able to participate in was the Farm to Fork camp. During my day, we were able to take our youth to a greenhouse nursery producer where they got to see different plants being grown and learn how a greenhouse can operate, which a lot of them have been some of the first time they've been in a greenhouse like that. Then our next stop was to a roadside stand where a local farmer is selling their produce directly to customers. So youth got to see how strawberries would be sold at different times of the year, how tomatoes were in season then, and just learn how a farmer may store their products or how many variety of items they may have on the farm. And then going into the fall, we had the Stokes County Agriculture Fair, where I know we got to see a lot of the youth participate either showing livestock or entering horticulture displays or some of the bee exhibits.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon to take a brief tour of the programs that Stokes County has to offer. We hope that you'll visit our website to learn more information about the programs that we have upcoming. We'd be stoked to see you at one or two.